calves. With summertime and short season just around the corner, this is a period where no matter how big your quads or hamstrings are, if your calves are still underdeveloped, it can make your physique look a lot smaller. So, can you actually grow them? Jeff Alberts, a natural bodybuilder, is one of the most famous examples of a calf transformation. Over a 24-year period, this shows that although it may not be a quick fix, it's definitely possible to grow bigger calves. Now, mine is still one of the weaker points in my physique, but after training them pretty consistently, I've managed to add some size and definition. They're by no means huge, gigantic calves, but many people believe that they don't grow at all, so any progress is always good. In terms of training the calf muscle itself, it's best to include both a standing and seated variation, as your calves contain two muscles, with a seated calf raise being better suited for the outer soleus muscle, whereas a standing calf raise is better for the inner gastrocnemius muscle. With the first exercise, I'm going for a standing calf raise. Here you can use a box to gain leverage and a much deeper stretch on your calves. Now, if your gym doesn't have a box, then you could just stand on a weight plate instead. Focus on a slow and controlled stretch with a powerful squeeze on the way up. For this variation, I like to do 4 sets of 12 to 15, as I find that higher volume works great on calves. In this case, I'm using a Smith machine as it's much more stable and easy to set up, rather than a barbell calf raise. However, another alternative could be a standing calf raise machine, if you have access to that at your gym. Another thing to note is that your calves are a smaller muscle group, so they typically recover quicker than a larger muscle group such as chest or back. With this in mind, you can train calves 3 or even 4 times a week. To do this, I include calves in my upper body sessions as well as my leg days. So before a back and bicep workout, I train my calves first. Another reason for limited calf growth is leaving the exercises to the end of a workout. Especially when you're training legs, you will be super fatigued, weak, and won't be able to train calves to the best of your ability. So, at the start of a leg day, I like to train my calves first, as I can get a really good workout with them, and it won't really affect the rest of my session, as other leg exercises such as the squat or hammer curls use a very minimal amount of calf work. Moving on to the second exercise is a seated calf machine, which targets mainly the outer soleus muscle. Again, we're going to be focusing on maintaining a slow and controlled motion with a pause at the top of the exercise. A common gym error when training calves is bouncing up and down and performing reps too quickly. This just leads to a weak contraction and poor form, which will result in very little gains. Instead, control the movement by squeezing at the top and slowing down the tempo to get a full stretch of the calves. Again, 4 sets of 12 to 15 works well on this exercise, and if your gym doesn't have a seated calf machine, you could use a leg press and focus on using the bottom part of the leg press. Finally, if you really wanted to kill off your calves, you could do a superset of body weighted calf raises, or even a one-legged variation where you can increase the difficulty by holding a weight plate. I would also recommend to do 2 or 3 sets of body weighted calf raises to warm up at the beginning of your workout, and then 1 set of your chosen exercise at 40 to 50% of your normal weights. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of training calves. It can be super simple to do, it's just the consistency which is the hard part. And before you guys start blaming me in the comment section, I know I have small calves, but these are just some methods and training tips that have helped me out. Now, in terms of the workout schedule for building bigger calves, I'd split this up by having half of the sessions focusing on higher reps with lower weight, and then the other half would focus on lower volume, such as 3 sets of 8 but with a higher weight. By doing it this way, you're getting the best of both worlds, and here is a condensed summary of the key points I discussed in the video. And to anyone that is serious about transforming your physique, you can apply for my one-to-one online coaching, which includes a personalized workout and nutrition plan tailored around your lifestyle and preferences, visual tracking of your progress, one-to-one weekly check-ins with myself, and a whole host of other features, all available within one app. And to do that, you can apply by clicking the first link in the description. And as always, thank you for watching, and here is my Instagram where I post a lot of informative gym and meal prep content, so make sure to follow that. And lastly, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a subscription, and until next time.